And we are live. Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/sarahsent, and particularly welcome back to 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, which I said we were finishing last time, but then we went off the bottom of the flowchart and there was more flowchart. Which is frankly rude. Yeah, so we learned how to talk to other timeline versions of ourselves through the morphogenetic field. Santa is probably zero and abducted people. Bracelets don't mean what they say. We're in a library. And lots of people are doing lots of talking, and we're learning something about the experiments, which everyone but us seems to have been connected to. But apart from all that, should we just get going? Nothing is real, everything is permitted. I mean, basically. And basically everybody who's on this boat that we didn't know who they were is an exec of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Ah, yes. This is where we're learning about a girl that died in the experiments. And we just left off on a cliffhanger, didn't we? Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died. Gasp. Akane Karashiki died. I mean, there's more than one Akane in the world. It's a name. Multiple people have names. 9 years ago? Then who's June? Seriously, there's more than one Akane. No. No. That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. There we go. Thank you, Junpei. The honk is still getting me. If Snake had known her last name, well, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It had to be. Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. You can't hear the music? Or game audio is off. Okay, well, I can hear it fine. Oh, it's doing that thing again that it did before. Okay, well, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm gonna restart Streamlabs, because that's the only way I could get it to work before. Really need to work out what this issue is, but until then, I will be back in 2 seconds. Okay, and we're back, and now Streamlabs is saying that you can actually see that, so I'm gonna give people a second to come back into the chat. Yay, music. Excellent. People are back. I'll be editing that together in the VOD. The honk. Honk. No, it's nothing. I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Just look at my face. Would a person who wasn't completely fine be talking like this? Ha 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 ha. Let's get back down there, alright? Couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out. Okay. And we're back downstairs. Should we go and look at what was in Sheldrake 5? Yeah, no, I know. I know. What? I'm fine. Chat, I am fine, I promise. I don't know what the issue is meant to be. I said I sounded... No, that was Junpei saying he was fine, very sarcastically. I was acting. It's what I do. I am actor. But hey, good to know I'm convincing. Yes, this is the problem with Junpei not having a distinct character voice, I suppose. But at the same time, he does so much talking that I couldn't be bothered. And he's so generic. Acting. Sheldrake. This is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yeah, it'll be the one that says 5. Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. It's there. Well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind the book. I guess we should press this button, and then they all died. Beep. That seems extravagant. What was that sound? Sounded like something really big was moving. Wow. Finely honed cop senses there. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. What is this? 13, 14, 12, 13. This looks like an output monitor. Are we going to start talking about esoteric neurological conditions that it just so happens people on this boat have while typing in this one? I bet the letters you type in on the keyboard will show up here. Okay, let's type on the keyboard then. Well, I bet you've got to type something on that keyboard. Round, splendid phone, stinky cheese. That is a good link. But is it cheese brand cheese? Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. Guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. And you can erase what you typed with clear. Okay, get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Could this be? They've spent the entire game telling us about alphanumeric number bases, especially hexadecimal. So, so 10 is A. So 13 is D. 14. So it's dead. Classy. 13, 14, 10, 13 in hex is DEAD. Why is the enter the spacebar? Who designed this keyboard and where are you? I just want to talk. Yay! You did it, Junpei. Have a biscuit. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Don't have that biscuit. Oh, don't get too excited. Can I have a biscuit? Passport was dead, remember? This makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, such an old lady. You can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on, we got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go. Hurry up. I'm kind of with Snake. Not Snake. 7. Wow. Alright, handle, it's time we got this over with. Stop talking to door handles, Junpei, it's weird. Damn it. Can't get it open. This thing won't even budge. What? Why not? Put in the password, what else do we have to do? Then that means it's... Oh, that's Junpei. It's the other door. I mean, unless it's not. Alright. Let's get this thing open. Okay, no, this door works. Door animation. We found it. So what, that other door was just nothing? I guess. Alright. This is the next... The door. Did that just close on its own? Don't tell me we can't go back. I mean, that tracks with this boat in general. I don't know. Let's see. Damn it. Looks like it locks automatically. Is there any other way out? Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked too. But there is a card reader, right? Yeah. Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave. Well, yeah, that might work. But... Hey! Wait a minute! Are you saying we're going to have to search through this room for one little card? Oh, man. It looks that way. No way. Real. Well, we can sit down and wait to die if that's what you'd prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune Key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. Yeah, Snake can just listen to the card. He's dead up. Alright then, let's begin. Is this just going to be just a hard run of escape rooms from here to the end of the game? I'd be alright with it if it is. It's the study, it's a trapezium, you know, that shape that you build rooms in. Just looking at the flowchart. Yes, we had a very brief novel section, and now we're back in an escape section. Seriously, there's so much more chart after the end of the chart. It's frankly rude. There are piles of crap everywhere. This place is a mess. It's so messy, I don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these are parts of the puzzles we solved in the other rooms. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. And honestly, it's nice to see an actual laboratory and acknowledgement that all this tech is things that have to actually be made. Still curious what the pointy yellow key means on the other ending. I think that's just having hit that ending so that you've got the code for the safe so that you can use it in another ending. I think it's pointy because it's special, because it operates across timelines. Like, the fact that you've got it means even if you're not on that timeline, you can still use it. I think that's what it means. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles he'd need to see his plan come to fruition. Thanks, Junpei. Great input there. Oh, hey, that's the puzzle we did before. Hey, Junpei, isn't this a nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah. Oh, but we'll take it anyway. It's on the file screen. What does the file screen say? What button is that? It's not left, that's the calculator. No, back. A nautical table from the study. It was found on the drafting table. The faded line on the right edge must be connected to the line on the left edge. Okay, so I think that's got a couple more steps on it than it did when we saw it in the other room. Probably be relevant. Look, Junpei! The rust on here looks like Elvis's face. Excuse me? Yeah? How exciting. What's written on my arm? Oh, these. I won't lie, I was waiting for somebody to ask. These are new gloves that I got this morning. Ordered them a couple weeks ago and they finally arrived. From Story Arts, which is a company in Oregon, I think, that does like accessories and stuff with book text. And this one is The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. And they're really comfortable and really cool. This is not sponsored content. I just like them and they're new. And I've just leaned on my volume switch again. Been a while since I've done that. I also got ones with Still I Rise by Maya Angelou and a couple of monologues from Macbeth. Not sponsored, but should be. I mean, hell, if Story Arts wanted to give me money or just new gear, I'd take it. This stream, just like this, their product has lots of words in it. Okay, but back to the game, and this rust that looks like Elvis. Gosh, this desk is really big, and it feels really sturdy. Yeah, it does seem pretty heavy duty. I suppose it belongs to whoever uses this room, wouldn't you say? Oh my god, the amazing deductive reasoning that a thing in this room may belong to the person who uses this room. I think these fans are for ventilation. You can tell by the way they're in vents. Probably there to circulate air. You can tell by the way they're fans. Wait, what's that? Nothing I can examine. Excellent. Here we have some kind of weird control panel. There's a control panel in front of the big screen here. I wonder if any of these buttons do anything. Something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here with numbers and letters in them. Let me see that. I see. So whenever you touch a cell, the ones next to it turn on or off. You just gotta use that to make the all cells on the right and the bottom green. Hey Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You want to take a look at it? Do you think this might have something to do with the puzzle? It's a piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. It's like she said, this is probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Oh, don't do that weird blush at me. It's become creepy. And also you murdered us that one time. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like I just need to make all of the cells all green. Okay, yes, I do have this. Excellent. So we know that L is 21, which, I mean, again, this is just telling us the same things as always, except now we're operating in, what's that, base 22. Oh, and it's the lights out. Oh, God. So, A is 10, so that turns that on. Am I just planning to noodle on the things until something happens? So, all three of these have to be on. Back on the Junior Zero train, because apparently in this universe two people can't share names. I mean, yeah. So that means that bottom left 9 has to be on. that was half actually working it out and half noodling and seeing what happens, which is so often the way to go in these puzzles. I didn't expect that to go so quickly. I was about to be like, I need to get some notepaper and work this out. No, I just click buttons and something happens. You did it, Junpei! Have a biscuit. You're so smart. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would have expected of you, Junpei. So no biscuit, because I expected it. Hey, come on. You're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't got time for that. What if Akane didn't actually die? I mean, that is a solid thing. Yeah, basically everything everybody's told us could have been a lie at this point. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open and something came out. Yeah, that sure is. What? Argent. Across sable. An all. Or fimbriated ghouls. Because as I said, heraldry nerd. Although, is it... do you still use a cross if it's not a cross all the way to the edges? If it's an object rather than a design? I think there's a different name for it, but I can't remember. It might just be a crosslet, to be honest. Because I know there's a crosslet. Anyway, nobody cares. Let's keep moving. Alright, I've put the emblems into the 4 indentations on the desk, but... Huh? Nothing's happening. That's because you only put 1 in there. Wait, what's Snake doing? I feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the upper left is the steering wheel symbol. On the upper right, the cross symbol. On the bottom left, the mysterious circle symbol. Is a circle that mysterious, Snake? And lastly, the waffle pattern is engraved near the bottom right indentation. Oh, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Additionally, each symbol seems to have been given a number. 1, steering wheel, 2, cross, 3, mysterious circle, and 4, waffle patterns. Ah yes, the 4 genders. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in this order. That order, huh? I mean, also I only have 1 of them, so there's that. Keyboard. Let's just tap a few keys, see if we can wake this thing up. Eh, damn. No dice. There's 3 monitors here. Power's on, but there's nothing on any of the screens. What about this one? It's so small. I wonder what it is. I got no idea. Valuable input, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Let's keep moving, shall we? So yes, presumably we've got to solve 4 puzzles to get 4 shields. But what's this puzzle? This monitor's part of this machine. It's really dim though. It's got a map of the world on it, but I can barely see it. Oh, I don't have the nautical chart as a thing. It's a sliding panel. It's like the last one. I wonder if there's a plate with an emblem engraved on it. Yeah, presumably. So we got the compass. There's some monitors hanging down from the ceiling here. Not going to tell us anything about it. Cool. Junpei, there's a wheel over here. Ah, that should work like the steering wheel. Sterling? No, I'm too poor for that. Wow, that pun probably worked a lot better in Japanese. Stealing? Yeah, that might solve my money problems, but I'd rather not. Oh, right. You were in the chart room, weren't you? There's a puzzle like this in the wheelhouse. I can figure out how this one works just by looking at that compass. I figure this thing will work just like that other one. The other one? The important part is this nautical table we just found. Just have to match up the directions on the compass with the lines on the nautical table. I use the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm going to use the wheel attached to the side here. Okay then, show me. Now! Bit weird. Of course. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions. This looks like it probably works the same way the steering wheel and the wheelhouse did. If I just touch the direction I wanted to turn to, the compass will turn that direction. Then I just gotta press stop when the compass is pointing where I want it to. I'm betting something will happen if I can do it right. Morning, and yes, Clover will never be forgiven for that one time she murdered me with an axe. I mean, it was our first ending, and you never forget that. Alright, let's do this. Can we see the thing? So, okay, we're going from England, so south. Then west. I think everyone except June and maybe Seven has murdered us? I mean, Ace has definitely murdered us. Snake hasn't murdered us. Or at the very least put us in grave bodily danger. I mean, yeah. That's the only thing on this boat is grave bodily danger. Then southeast. Then northeast. If June is 0, she's absolutely murdered us. Well, yeah. Then east. And then north. And then east. Yeah. What if June is a carnate is 0? Yeah, but what if Santa is a carnate? You never thought about that, did you? Yeah, you did it, Junpei. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Have a biscuit. Knock it off. Hey, we don't have any time for screwing around right now. Man's right. Check out the right side of the monitor. Just kind of slid open and something came out. Oh, yeah. I heard a noise too. You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know? A noise, huh? Okay, we'll check that out. But hey, we have the helm emblem. Helm emblem. Emblem? Emblem. 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 Helm emblem. But here we have another puzzle. Let's see what happens when I... Huh. Well, now we've got something on the screen, at least. Huh? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out that Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code? Yeah. The dots on here look like dits for Morse code. But in that they're dots. There's 2 dots on the first line, 4 on the second, and 1 on the last. So that's what, just the. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, maybe I ought to run through the instructions. If I just tap the button, it'll enter a dip. If I hold the button down, it'll enter a da. Once we enter our answer, it'll automatically determine if it was the right answer or not. Alright, let's do this. They were all listed as dots. No, don't run through the instructions. We see in the instruction. I mean, it's weird that it's not showing us the screen. I do not get. No, not that. The other way. Covered. Something written on these pieces of paper. Looks like we've got 3 sheets of the stuff. New material has been added to the file screen. We're not going to tell you what it is. Go and look, bitch. Oh, they're Morse code charts. Has a Morse code key for the letters A to I. And then there's this one that's J to R. There does not seem to be a pattern that determines which collection of dots and dashes are assigned to each letter. That's why they call it a code. And here's one for S to Z. There are piles of crap everywhere. This is a pretty impressive mess. If we try and search every one of these, we're going to be at it till the cows come home. Or we'll drown and die, I guess. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. We won't have to go bring them in ourselves, then. Stop trying to bring levity into this situation, Snake, I swear to God. Don't you get smart with me, kid. How about we deal with this area later, guys? Okay, maybe we should try something more promising. Card reader. It says lock. I'm not going to be able to open this door until I find the card that goes to this thing. Well, yeah. But you said something unlocked near the door, Clover. Are you lying to me again? Ventilation fans. Metal bars over the openings, though we can't go through them. Let's give it another shot. Now that we've got the Morse code charts, did we get anything more? We can also switch through the code sheets I've got by touching the 3 icons over on the right. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Oh no, it's not T. T is just a dash. So what? D is I. So that code was I-H-E. Unless it's not. But we don't know what... You don't know what word you want, game. I swear you haven't told me what word you want. Is right. That's where we need the shields for. Pile of junk, there's nothing useful here. Wow, that's a way to make sweeping judgments. Drop the emblem and the steering wheel in here. Oh. Oh. Well, now we've got something on the monitors at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle. I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected, and it'll turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area, so this is just the nonary game. Press the check button once you've moved all of the balls, except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number for that area. That's it. I still really don't get it. You've been playing this game for how long, Junpei? Oh, whatever. Let's say practice makes prefects. Let's give it a shot. Don't you mean practice makes perfect? Hey, see, you solve the next one and you can make fun of me. Don't mock the blind man, Junpei. He'd probably still be better at puzzles than you. Okay, so we want digital root of 6 and digital root of 3. So for a 6, you probably want it to be 24. So if we take 8, 7, 3, and 6, that leaves 1, 2, 4, and 5, which makes 12, which is 3. There we go. Wait. What did I just say? I just worked it out and now it's gone out of my head again. It was 1, 2, 4, and 5 it must be. Yeah. Okay, this is it. Right? But nothing's happening. There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when they are all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? I mean, yeah, but you don't have to say it. Well, we've got the next one. Okay, let's put in the emblem of the cross. Hey, Junpei. Something just showed up on the screen. This puzzle sure looks a lot like the last one. Yeah, but there's more of those red balls you can't move. The numbers for each area are different, too. Looks like it's got the same rules as the last one, though. Sure you don't want to double-check that? No, I'm fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over there, right? Anyway, like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that... A picture is worth 1,000 words. What did I say? What did I say? Cool. Cool, it's not letting me scroll back through the text. I guess we'll never know. Hey, shut it. He said wards? Okay. At least I'm trying, alright? Our beautiful idiot Junpei. So in this scenario, Ace is dead, and we want a 1 and a 7. So if we say the 7 is... The 1 is presumably going to be 10, because it's hard to get just roots of 1 so easily. And the 7 is probably going to be 25. So 10 is 2, 3, 5. And 25 is 4, 6, 7, 8. I feel like they think digital roots are harder than they are. Or maybe it's just because I was a weird maths kid. That's awesome, Junpei. Have a biscuit. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. But, okay, but we got nothing else to be going on with. A pipe. A pipe. A pipe. I think you'll find Snipper and Peep. I could not make them a great joke. I am that exact kind of nerd. Are we still saying none of this junk is useful? We don't have time to go through it? Well, at least that's more realistic than all of this is useless. No, we just have to work out what the Morse code wants us to do. No, don't run the instructions. I mean, a granola bar is basically a biscuit. Maybe it wants me to reply, I mean, yes, but I mean, what it said on the screen was IHE. Which... I don't know. I mean, what could I spell that's relevant that uses that? Maybe finish the sentence? Well, I've only got 3 letters, is the thing. Game, you're being unnecessarily cryptic at this time. You're usually very clear about what puzzle you want me to solve. That's... yeah. That doesn't do anything now. And also, one of those shields, I don't even know where it's going to be. Drafting table, looks like it's been used quite a bit. Nothing I can do with it. Just a pile of junk, there's nothing useful here. No, not that. Ventilation fans, if only we needed to ventilate something. I mean, the ventilating of the room is kind of important, because I hear you like to breathe. That's a pipe! There's a cabinet underneath it. Is there? Oh wow, that was not obvious at all. There's a piece of paper in here. Not sure without taking a closer look, but I think it might be a clue. Junpei, we don't need this anymore, do we? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is for a puzzle we already solved. Okay, what was that for? Oh. Okay, it just tells us how to do that puzzle that was really obvious. This room is beyond the forest, and the name of the ship is the word Alice. Again, I only have 3 letters. Oh, but does it want all, then, ice? There's nothing in any of the other drawers. Okay, great. Good use of a cabinet. With a whole buttload of drawers. Do you have to repeat the rules every time? Oh, the other screen was all. And this is where, dear friends, viewers, and hubrisketeers, we remember that my problem is I'm an idiot. And ice has the right number of signals, because it's ... then dash, dash, and dot. Thanks, chat. I see. It seems you've solved this puzzle, Junpei. I've run out of biscuits. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Wait, what did Junpei say in response to that again? I can't scroll through A's. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise? Yes, look, you don't have to be mysterious. We know exactly where this is going. Ah, yes, one more thing. I hear a noise from the back of this device. Rather like metal striking wood, or something similar, I would say. Well, it's nothing we need to concern ourselves about. This has the mysterious circle emblem. I mean, that's relatively mysterious as circles go. Oh wow, I picked up Snake's voice for a minute there. Circles go. Okay, let's put in the emblem of the secret code, which is what we're calling it now instead of the mysterious circle. Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same though. Don't you think you should double check it? Oh, we've had, come on, this is the 3rd time I've done this. It'll be fine. So this, if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Wow, Snake, did not need the shade. Shut up! Just give me a break, alright? Think of something. Okay, they both want to be 7s. So, they want to be 3, so one of, I think that's going to be A16 and A25. Or, no, a 7 and a 25. Oh no, but it's 3 to 5 per door, isn't it? So, that doesn't work. But 4, 6, and 7... No, wait, that makes 17. I don't want 17, I want 16. Eight, 6, and 2, and 4, 5, and 7. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got one left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. No, you can't. Not to be harsh or anything, my dude. But no, you can't. And look at the back of the panel that we just did. Although there does not seem to be a view where we can... Oh, what? Oh, what? We can open this door? That shutter looks pretty sturdy. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Alright, let's open it. That's Junpei all over. He is a man who will see a door surrounded by warning tape and go, well, guess we're opening this. And that's why, hubris in chat, please. Oh, holy shit. Well, there's your coffin. That is pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. A coffin. A coffin. A coffin? A coffin. A coffin. A coffin. I don't know, I feel like we're having a musical theatre moment. Man, does Seven think... Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. Could this be? I'm sorry, but what's going on? It's a coffin! A coffin? A coffin? A coffin! I wonder if there's a vampire in it. I mean, it seems as likely as anything else right now. Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, let's have a look around. Alright, fine. I'll open it. Why is Junpei talking to the player for a moment there? Okay, Junpei, you can do this. Just a box. Just a box. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. There is going to be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. There is nothing in there. Dot, dot, dot. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean, nobody? You expected someone to be in there? Yeah, it's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. I mean, that would be great, because if Junpei tells the story rather than Seven, it's a lot easier for me to do the voice. Oh, just like Seven said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there, though. Well, two somethings, actually. What is that? That is a key. And a shield. Just got out of a meeting. We now have 5 lady engineers on your team. Excellent. That is good news. There are 2 things on the bottom of the coffin. Looks like we got a plate with an emblem on it and... the Neptune Key. Yes, we finally found it. Now we can get through the hallway. That's correct, Clover. But we do need to get out of this room first, you know? Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we use the Neptune Key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as this other thing goes... Oh, that's what the waffle pattern is. Really? That's the best description you could come up with? That was waffle pattern? I mean, I don't know what I'd call it in heraldry. That seems like a design that would have its own name. See what happens when I put the emblem of the coffin into this indentation. Looks like every designer bag print ever. I mean, basically. This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple. I think this is probably the last one. I mean, we've run out of shield holes, so yeah. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Brilliant deductive reasoning from Snake there. Alright, I'll solve it in no time. Okay, so we want an 8 and a 9. We have 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. But it's 3 to 5, so if there's only 5 of them, they presumably all want to go into the same one. Which is 8. Ta-da! Huh? Where did that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard? Way to go, Junpei! I'm also out of biscuits. You answered all the questions! Damn, Junpei! Good job! Did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well, because I hear everything, because I'm Daredevil. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. What, where the drawer is? Amazing deduction. A picture? We know these for. What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had the 0 bracelet on his left arm. Okay, so good spot by the chat. I'm still not good with faces. And this second man with the glasses and a doctor's coat. Wow, that stutter was weird. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit. Oh man. It's Ace. I mean, had you not put this together, Junpei? Maybe not in this timeline? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. No doubt about it. But what does it mean? What's Ace doing in this picture? Yeah, no, Ace did look... I mean, Ace doesn't look bad now. I mean, he's a murderer, so he's not got that going for him. But it's definitely got a look. That was a different timeline, okay. Not only Ace, the 9th man, and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected? You say Ace is in that picture? We can borrow a poem from another timeline, but not a bad feeling about a murderer? I mean, basically, yes. But that's because we don't have the danger and the epiphany, but mostly the danger. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger? Probably about 9 years. Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture? Yeah. Is there anyone else, or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it. Yes, we know you're blind, Snake. No, there's one more guy. He's got kind of long hair. He looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognise. What's the date of the photograph? Doesn't have one. Did you look on the back? The back? Who writes anything on the back of photographs? What is this sorcery? Yes, the reverse. The other side. Yes, we know what the concept of the back is, Snake. Oh. Oh my god, there's a whole ass caption on the back and you just never looked. Junpei, I swear you have the least intellectual curiosity of anyone I've ever met. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Saki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh? And the 4 men in this picture were the organisers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Yes, because we are getting intuition from other timelines. Why? Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project, but why am I so calm? It's like I already knew. Ah, of course, I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo. Ace is Hongo. I had my suspicions from the beginning. I never shared them with anyone because that would defeat the point of this mystery game, I suppose. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I didn't know that Ace was Hongo. Oh yes, I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada. But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us. I know, that's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could tell me. I'm sorry, I apologise for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if he did, I would have been forced to tell him about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that. Hey, Junpei, think I could borrow that picture for a sec? Sure. Hongo, Kubota, Saki, Musashi-do. Hongo, Kubota, Saki, Musashi-do. Hongo, Kubota, Saki, Musashi-do. Hey, 7, do you... Shut it! Just be quiet! This, close to remembering. It's close. Hongo, Kubota, Saki, Musashi-do. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary projects. Shit! Yes, this is not a timeline where he's had his memory back yet. What? What's wrong? Holy shit. It's nuts. What's nuts? I remember. Remember what? Everything. I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday. Everything. Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched. What? Let me tell you what happened. Oh my god, will this be shorter than the last time he told his story? Because that was not good for my throat. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo. From the right, the other three, Musashi-do, Saki, and Kubota. Musashi-do was the man with the cash. Saki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiment. How do you know all this? Come on, man, I told you. I finally got my memory back. Now that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it. You really want to know? Of course! Me too! This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything. Well, we don't have 3 days. Just give us the short version, alright? Short version, huh? Alright, fine. Give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this by myself, but you'd probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That was why I followed my gut that night. And Slim Lee brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. They all had one thing in common: history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. In my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this. Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore. So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags, there was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it, there were human beings in those bags. I'm not going to do the same joke. I almost did the same joke I did at this point of the story last time. I moved before I realized it. Came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. Felt metal touch the back of my head. Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it too. Just tie an anchor to your feet and no one will find you for a week. Is that what you want? The fish here would love a meal. He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. Ugh. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. And suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug. That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. And that's how I died. Nah, not really. Ugh. I woke up on a hot floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once over of the room. Where am I? Small, shabby bed. Dirty sink. Toilet with no privacy. Seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. Pushed and pulled on it, but it won't open. Not like I expected much else. It would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. I threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed. Sat down. This is the short version, my dude? Sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long? And heard a faint voice. That is... Oh, it's... 9. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. Pretty high. Probably a little kid. Huh? Okay. No, it was several. Maybe 5 or 6. Maybe more. Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. What? No. No. Left. It's coming from under the bed. I hold on the metal frame and flip the thing over.
You're not wrong, I do need the hydration on this story. But this is the last time I'll be telling it, so...
And there it was. The bed had an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids in here?
Don't know why I'm making younger 7 basically do a Duke Nukem voice, but here we are.
Then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
It's called your conscience, 7. Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Thought it was a fucking weird thing for my conscience to say. Whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? Stuck my fingers in and grabbed it.
I mean, probably not, because it's an air vent and you're built like a house.
And then...
And other such noises. Some very strong sound work there.
Yeah, how do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off.
Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Again, short version, you don't need to tell us all these details.
First bit or so was tight. Had to wriggle on my belly. Widened up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to stop wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It's like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut.
And really on this boat, that's more likely than you'd think.
Then, there was a voice.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with the incinerator is bad news. And almost as if that was a cue, I heard a messy young sounding voices.
No! Help me!
A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror, and all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? Scrambled through the docks as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open, almost ripped the metal of its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size.
Probably exactly 9, you know this boat.
Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were, the kids I've been searching for. They all looked anime as shit. They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent for the moment, for surprise and fear. Scared of the room, or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not that I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dick and myself, then turned to the kids.
Seriously, this is the level of incidental detail we have literally no need for, Seven.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there frozen. Well, except one. It was a boy, slightly older than the others in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the seconds I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there... Oh yeah, that probably is Santa, isn't it? I should probably be doing Santa's voice, then I could say it was sweet foreshadowing. Or at least doing the weird accent I seem to have given him.
Kinda cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're going to be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's going to start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only have 15 minutes. I look back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way could I pull them up too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? Then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where's he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
I just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, alright. I'll be back, I promise, so just stay calm and wait right there, got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. Alright, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh? Wait a sec. Something was off.
Yeah, he did all of this in less than 15 minutes. It's very impressive, I tell you.
There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? Boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
Why are you doing that with your voice? What? You're telling me that you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who could go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes. There you go, it took him about 10 minutes to crawl through the thing, tear up the sheet, tie the sheet into rope and crawl back. All I'm saying is, the man has to have escaped from prison before. Like, competitively. Is there competitive prison breaking? I bet there is of some kind.
The walls shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait alright, just get us out of here.
Right. I grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie.
So a girl with the ponytail, I think, might be Lotus's daughter.
Boy in a jacket came after, said he'd climb up on his own. Boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring at me.
That's a look. Who's that? I feel like we should be able to tell. Is that Ace? I think that's Ace. Yes, Nona and Aoi were her kids.
God damn it, what's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids? Door opened and a man stepped in, looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gentaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Back when he wore a snazzy hat. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. It's like it was an animal. He lunged for the rope.
Yeah, Ace only tried to incinerate children, and it was all in the name of science.
Hurry!
I know.
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope. You son of a bitch, get back here, you little shit! 15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me. Gah! No! Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. It was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor. You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Okay. So it turns out, using the drop register I do for Ace, shouting hurts, so I should do that not at all.
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute. Hey, old man, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
Boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
And by salute, you absolutely mean gave him the finger, right?
No point going back to the cell, so went down the other direction instead.
There was another direction? You never mentioned that?
After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everyone nodded, took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door, but the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator.
Yeah, that's where we were.
Was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Did you not get that by the jets and the alarm saying incineration was starting in X minutes? Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there?
Yeah, that's not good.
That meant we're better. Gotta get out of here. Go to the other door. Hurry. The kids started running and I was close on the heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast. We went round and round and round like the devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. Past a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane.
My kid's sister, the girl with the red necktie.
Akane. Akane, that's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He cupped his hands around his mouth and yelled. Nobody answered him.
So yeah, Whitehead Kid is Santa confirmed. Yeah, Akane's Santa's sister, did you not? I swear we were told that, or at least we were told that a girl died in the game, and we were told that Santa's sister died in the game, and we were told that the girl who died in the game was Akane, so... Unless multiple girls died in the game, I just kind of assumed. Maybe we outran her? No, Santa isn't Aoi. Because... Aoi and Nona are they brother and sister or just sisters? They're Lotus's kids. We haven't got Santa's name yet.
Boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the two other kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Aoi was Akane's brother? I didn't think so. I don't remember that being said. Maybe it was? Because, like I say, I swear Lotus said her kids were Aoi and Nona. Yeah, so you're confused, frankly, and so am I.
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa, you keep going. I gotta go look for it downstairs.
I tend to go. Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! Spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs, but the boy...
I'm going with you. That was a weird voice.
Didn't have time to argue, I just nodded. Took off down the stairs. I couldn't follow me.
Okay, see you later, have a good day.
I ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated.
Was it because he started his sentence with God damn it?
And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
I heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator.
Lotus's kids were Nona and Enya. Those are just different words for 9. Why did she do that? If you're just going to call both your kids different words for 9, and then you shouldn't be surprised when they're abducted by a 9-themed supervillain cabal, is all I'm saying. Either that, or they become the 9-themed supervillain. Maybe she's Roman and they were actually her 9th children, but they were twins. And one of them got named in Greek. I mean, sure.
We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing.
Is it poignant or pretentiously self-referential? I think really that's the core question of this whole game.
That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
In a scene that we will see again.
Come on, goddammit. Move.
No, I don't want to. Let me go. Please let go of me.
She planted her feet squarely on the floor, struggling to get away, but Hongo was bigger, stronger. She wasn't going to win.
Akane!
Her brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me! Oh, and now it's calling her Canny. I can't help but feel that maybe the localization has lost some subtlety there. Huh. You're too late, idiot.
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator.
Okay, yeah, Ace Incinerator Kids.
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. So I landed inside.
What purpose does this serve?
And then the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. Did everything we could think of to get the thing to open.
But... Fuck, it's no use. Goddamn thing won't move an inch.
Started slamming his fists against the door. It was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane, are you okay? You came back.
Her voice was muffled, but all others could hear the shit terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hongo? He went out the other door. Then you should also go out the other door. What? Warning. Warning. The emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. The emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing.
Are you there? Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right there.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes. Please, please help me. I'm really, really scared. I don't want to die. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fist clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
And are you done? Weirdly, what I was doing for young 7 was causing more problems than old 7, but still. What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. I think I want to remember that.
Then...
yeah. Shit, if I'd known it was going to be like this. I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you... sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, that girl Akane really...
yeah, sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended. And we heard something burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. We implemented the cool door opening animation. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet, running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot, because it was an incinerator. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire, because of all the fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, because again, we were in an incinerator. And in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then, his eyes exploded. Oh wait, no, he's crying. Really sounds like he's gonna explode, though.
My throat's bad enough at the minute, I'm not doing that screen. So that, but what did they see in there? Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name? There you go now, you can ask the question.
What's the matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. If there was anything for them to find, that's a bad incinerator. Because it's an incinerator, it should destroy things with fire. That is literally its one job. Dramatic gasps. Gasps in Japanese.
You were there that day, weren't you?
If Junpei says this, I swear to God, it's actually just a fireplace with a door. If Junpei says, yes, I was involved in this experiment and I knew about this all along, I swear to God I'm out.
Tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Oh, he's talking to Snake. Thank God he's talking to Snake. Yes, it was. You were correct, Detective. I sounded a lot less classy back then. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So, you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot. I was in Nevada in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, guess I believe you. Alright, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is
Aoi Kurashiki. Okay, fair enough. I mixed up names. Yes, because we knew about Aoi being there, we knew about Nona, we knew about Light, we knew about now Akane. So yeah, if June is Akane, then Santa, like, dead Akane. I think Lotus said Aoi from when she was just talking about the case in general because she did her own investigations.
He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you? Well, yes, I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa, at least not from the beginning. 9 years ago he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. He's got a weird nasal accent thing going on that he didn't back then because the voice actor was warned. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing, which is so good, let me tell you, I'm Daredevil, wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling. Santa is Aoi. Akane Kurashiki. June's brother. There's still a lot we don't know, and there's even more that Junpei doesn't know. I mean, like, a lot. That's the real thesis statement of this whole game there. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room had to be Saki dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Oh, come on, man. What kind of a detective are you? You didn't figure that out already? Wow, Junpei. Don't insult other people for dropping the ball. Glass houses, my dude.
Hey, go easy on me, man. Just got my memory back right. Give me some slack.
Yeah. Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place? If Junpei is correct and the body in the shower room was Saki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project. Yeah, Junpei does not have the high ground. Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Saki, Hongo's assistant. Musashito, the man who financed the project. You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them. No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's going to be, is it? Pretty sure I don't have to tell you. Yes. Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo, the person who planned the nunnery project.
In other words, Ace.
But what?
Whoa, what the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 AM. Our time is up.
Shit.
Come on, we need to get out of here. I mean, if Santa hadn't just told his story in agonizing detail for 2 hours and just skipped to the end, we'd be fine. How? I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Shock, as a card you got in this escape room might operate a card reader in this escape room. Come on, let's go. New material added to the file screen. Key card 0. Well, we've got to see what's new on the file screen. A picture taken 9 years ago. Ah, okay. It's just the photo. Well, that was what we in the business call a whole ass thing. So we're technically on the same section, so there's still so much chart to go. God, I've said we'll definitely finish it today. And now I'm filled with doubt. How long is this true ending? Okay. I am going to take a break, because that whole anecdote involved me talking in 2 different varieties of 7 voice for half an hour. And I'm dying. So I'm going to go and stretch and hydrate and all those good things. I'm going to run some ads. You all should go and drink something and, I don't know, put something in your bodies and take something out of your bodies. And do something with your bodies. That's as much detail as I'm giving you. Cool. And I'm going to run some ads and put some capitalism into all of our bodies and some money into my Twitch account. And I will be back in about 10 minutes, where we will continue to find out what the hell is going on here. Love you. And I'm back. Hello everyone, sorry for the slightly longer than usual break. But, you know, I had to... I rested my voice for a minute and ate an apple. Apples are good for your throat. This has been your PSA. So let's go through the door, shall we? Alright, let's just swipe this card. Junpei, look! It's unlocked!
Yeah. Now we can go back to the library.
Hurry up, Junpei, we don't have time. What? Why is it my fault? Let's go. Alright, let's go. Yosh Ikuzo, as I'm betting the original is there. Just because that's such a standard phrase. We found it.
Huh? I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but they're yet to be out of danger. Yeah, you're right, let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card too.
Oh wait, that's not in brackets, why did I do the voice?
Hey, Junpei!
Yeah, I know. Alright, it's open, let's go. It's very important that we see that before opening and after opening, just so we know it has been opened. Okay, Neptune Key, let's see if you work. Yes, I think it unlocked. It says incinerator. So this is the incinerator. I mean, yeah, a room with a sign on the door that says caution incinerator probably is the incinerator. And you made fun of Seven for not putting together certain parts of this puzzle. Fucking idiot.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so. Because again, It says incinerator.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here. Pull that and the door should open. Yeah, I got it. We've never had a chance to examine this room before the incinerator. Every time we've been in here, everyone's just immediately like, cool, let's just rush through into the incinerator. What the hell's going on? What's wrong? Are you okay? Jumpy, you came to get me. Of course I did, I made a promise. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. Hey, what happened to you? I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I have girl constitution. Also, there was a goose. I'm feeling a lot better now, though. Are you sure? Yes, I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me. Delicate girl constitution is actually morphogenetic memory of getting burned alive. I mean, you're riffing, but at the same time, that's absolutely something this game could do. Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What, isn't that obvious? I took the gun. And we're back here. Ace?
So what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Maybe I'd say Gentro Hongo, CEO of Creative Pharmaceuticals.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain? All I did was incinerate some children. The pain of prosopagnosia, right? Another irritating insect. Okay, but Junpei has just immediately retroactively worked that one out as well. And how do you know that? Good question. Okay, so, right, this is morphogenetic insights. Junpei at the threshold of revelation. No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9. Ninth man. About his bracelet. I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose. Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is? The hell are you planning, Santa? At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye.
Wait!
What? What? Why isn't it opening? Oh, because we established... we kind of deduced that the ninth man's bracelet isn't really a 9, or we guessed as much.
One more time.
Now open! No. What is this? Why? Also, the perspective we get from the art seems to really shift. I thought that door was, like, up the wall. But were we just seeing it from a really low angle?
No. What's this? Why? It should be 9. It has to be 9. Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now!
Yeah, my throat is not doing that. Phew. That was close. Too close. Thank you, 7.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I'd rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in his cell, we can have a little chat. 9 years ago? Then you must be... Yeah, you finally figured it out. Dumbass. Oh.
Nice. You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait. Nijisaki.
Oh, right, you don't know yet. Alright, we'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the non-re game, the number 9 is dangerous. Wow, again, Junpei here just suddenly has all the answers! Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you can make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past, he knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. The last and perhaps the most disturbing. You used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this non-re game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota, but he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realise he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. For reasons that are still yet to be explained. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake. No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did... I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Also, why are you having this big denouement meeting in an incinerator? Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red, verified your own number, and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. Time is fake during the denouement, you're not wrong. Talking is a free action, but especially now. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead. Then you mean to say Snake is still alive? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. I mean... You say that. You were blinded and lost an arm in an accident. Like, surely as good as new, you would still not have those problems. But hey, anyway. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much. Well, I wouldn't blame you. Last but not least, let's talk about Masashito's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said? Oh, pocket watch. Might take a look at it. I handed it to you and you left the room. Again, you joke in the chat, but any twist could happen at this point. You'd been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course, you would have known the solution to every puzzle. Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. Wait a second. That means... That's assuming that the solutions to every puzzle are the same as they were in the experiment 9 years ago. Then wouldn't Snake and Clover also know all the answers? In which case, why did they not? All you had to do was place the watch and the indentation on the door to unlock it. They just wanted Junpei to feel good. Yeah, that was the real reason behind the biscuits. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Masashito was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe. They practically begged you to kill him with it. He picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. And also... Yes, Snake was told not to tell anyone, Clover wasn't. Also, why did he go off ahead if he didn't know Masashito was in that room? Oh, good splat. One blow was all it took. Then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened. There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment? Oh yeah, Snake told Clover not to say anything, I suppose. I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan, it had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down. That's the thesis statement of this game. Yes, and also, doing an axe murder in that jacket and not ending up covered in blood must have been desperate. What made you willing to risk it all to do it? Yes? Masashito's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why? Because of this. What's with the paper? Just read it. Now let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. 999 snitches get stitches. Yeah, basically. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I've prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. Okay, yeah. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you've confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours, do as you please. 0. When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first.
That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning, then. Musashito, I mean.
I only knew Musashito was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Saki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Saki was dressed like a snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashito was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Saki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Is it because serial killers are more often than not actually idiots?
But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right? Santa? Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki. Huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, guess it was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned this nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Yeah. Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out, so did Snake over there. There's one thing. No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
The twist! What?
Wait, what? Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders. Then, if you're not if you're not Zero, who is? Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Yeah, it is again feeling like June is Zero. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. Also, I promise I am not wearing these today purely to look like Santa. I just realised that he's rocking the same kind of thing. Coincidence. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. Save someone. Save someone? Right. You were brought here to help my sister. Save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there, I saw. What? What the hell? Where's she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? My head feels like it's gonna pop.
Seven? What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode.
What was the Nonary project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? Two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. Oh god, it's Building Q, because Q in Japanese is 9. How did I not clock that before? Bilingual puns are usually my thing. And I missed that completely. Ugh. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles. Copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. It's because Q is pronounced differently, but yeah, I can hear the voice actors, and they're saying Q all the time. And again, bilingual puns are my shit. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q, however, for some reason she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei. What is going? Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota? And how Ninja Saki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? What about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it? Well... That's... I don't know where this is going, although the flash and the little pseop noise is the twist here that Junpei is a new type? Where are we going with this? He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. Game, what voice am I meant to be reading this in? You have not thought about streamers 12 years in the future. Simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two like an upside-down Y. Is this meant to be Santa talking? I can't tell. I think 2009 had LPs. Yeah, it did, but... No, what I'm saying is they specifically weren't thinking about me. 2009 didn't have LPs done by me. I think 2010 did briefly. I, tried starting a Twitch back then. I think it's Zero talking. Frankly, I'm going to read this in my voice until it tells us something different. Because, my god, my throat has done some work already. Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream, into two branches. It only flows in one direction, it can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I'm different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. And I use this to torment teenagers on a boat. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Wait, is the twist that I am Zero? If the twist is that I, personally, the player of this game, am Zero, that'll be kind of rad. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. I swear to Christ, game, I was just complimenting you, and now you have to go and pull that. But I am also Zero. No, that's not true. I'm not really Zero, not yet. Perhaps you could say that I am less than Zero. What, the Bret Easton Ellis book? Zero is my future. In 9 years, I will be Zero. Where did you go? June. No. Akane. Where did you go? Santa! Why's Clover... Oh, shit. Freeze. Santa's got the gun. There's a caption you could take out of context. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching, when I was having some kind of weird morphic flashback. And yes, Der Himmel über Berlin, or Wings of Desire, for those of you who don't know the German title, is an Ace movie, and I need to watch it again. But, you know, Ace in the good way, not in the murdering CEO way. Damn good film. And yes, of course you love that movie, Emily, because, as has been established, same person. Morphic resonance. Als der Kind war. Yes, so June has been Zero all along, or some morphic offshoot of Zero, and we have known this for the entire game, because we know tropes. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. That's a fruitful bit of musing for you to do. Just out of interest, how far down this flowchart are we? I swear to God. 4 more! 4! I promised to finish this today, and now I'm regretting it. Get up. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? That's a good expression. Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. Guess he's going for the door, huh? Doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but... Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing? Can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking? Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true. That's it. That's all he's going to give us. What does that even mean? Oh shit, they're out. Yes, yes, the Santa is out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. See if this door still opens. Well, looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon. You mean we're trapped? So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now. No. You can't be serious. Oh, but he is. Shit! We've got to do something. Yeah, this angle that they keep pulling, I thought we were looking up at it from the floor, like it was like 8 feet up the wall or something. But no, we're just filming it at a low angle from the bottom of the stairs, like the Undertaker's about to come through. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No. It's not gonna work, there's no way. 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. Is there any combination that'll work? Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook? Oh, sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. It's like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Well, I mean, it's 26. So it's not that hard to work out. What you need to do is subtract 8. Lotus can't come, everyone else can. Boom, done. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. What, were you going to use them again? Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that.
Right, at least 7 got away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. Told you. What?
There's no other way.
Lotus. Looks like she had figured it out, though. I mean, it wasn't hard. Man, this is just too cruel. It's okay. Go. Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Is there any failsafe against someone walking through without scanning their bracelet? I mean... I assume that would set the detonator off. If it wouldn't, that's really, really funny. I think that would set the detonator off. Where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
Without... If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright.
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence. Bad?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Huh?
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7? He's right, I'm not leaving you either. Me too. You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you? I mean, kind of. You're all idiots. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry. That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind. Huh? Why? I trust you remember what happened to Ace. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier with the red. Yeah.
No. What is this? Why? It should be 9. It has to be 9.
And why? Why isn't it opening? Just to see. Why don't we give it a shot? Also, I'm just chat. I'm just looking at my audio levels. Has my voice been really high? I can take the volume on my voice down a bit. It looks a little high, but if it's fine for everyone, then that's good.
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said. Levels are good. Okay, cool. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it. You think maybe they... Oh, you think maybe they changed the settings? Perhaps. Shit. We can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high, there's no way in the hell we could get to that house 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. I mean, I'd love to believe you, but there's like 4 more boxes of flowchart left. A Kane vision? I'm sorry? You know what? You're getting Zero Voice now.
I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard.
Maybe I should be doing the voice I do for Akane, but through the Zero filter.
Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. No, that doesn't work at all. Because it cuts the bass down. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him.
Skipping out of Zero Voice for a moment to say, what is going on?
Through the morphic fields that we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time I was an observer. Is this...
Hello? Okay, yeah, the filter didn't turn off that time for some reason. Is this somebody's Sense8 fanfic written years before Sense8 through some kind of morphic precognition? Because if so, I'm down with it.
It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. The resonant event melted into him and we became one. Inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future.
Okay, so it's not morphogenetic memory of being burned alive, it's that... What, she has been precog playing the nonary game at the same time as she played it in the past? I mean, that's kind of rad, I won't lie. So yeah, past Akane became resonant with present Junpei and kind of projected herself into the future nonary game while playing the past nonary game. It's fine, I've watched Dark, I can keep up with this.
I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here.
That was my brother Oi. He was young. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up.
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. The girl watching them began to cry.
I want to go home.
She cried.
I want to go home.
Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind.
Okay, so light was snake. Next question. Is this canon to Death Note?
9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Oh, sorry, did not consider that. Yeah, I'll leave the effects off. This is very long. But yes, Aoi is not light. Aoi is Santa, light is Snake. Hello, everyone. Could you come over here for a moment? He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him. I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover. What, really? And today is her 9th birthday. Is her name actually Clover? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers. I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I'm blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But if you do it, you become Daredevil. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hoped that these would show her how much I cared for her. Yeah, like, if that's not Lotus's daughter at the bottom there, then these designers are just trolling us. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Wait, are you telling me that in the present timeline, Clover is meant to be 18? 18? No. No, you're just lying to me now. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. Yeah, Clover has babyface syndrome. I mean, yeah, I know enough people like that. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. Clover looks 9 in the current timeline. Maybe that's morphic resonance too, baby. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Yeah, we knew she was in the original nonary experiment. I just thought she was like 6 or 7 back then. Yeah, I would have called Clover as being like anime 15. Those words are leaf words. That's not a thing, Snake. So if you believe what I've told you and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends. He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say. Now, don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand? When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Who was in the coffin back then? And then we all walked into the incinerator, like everybody in this game just loves to walk into an incinerator. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another numbered 9, but this time it was the only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape. What are we gonna do? Aren't any other doors? We began to panic. I'm sorry. We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already. Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good. My brother I swallowed hard and answered. I think it means this room is gonna burn. Burn? The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means burn. Oh! Help me! Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then... Oh god, you're gonna make me do the voice again. High up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7. Don't worry, kids. Nope, can't do that anymore. Throat says no. I'm not your enemy, I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who had gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they'd caught up. No, even doing her voice is a stretch right now. From now on, everyone sounds like me. That's my ruling. That was when I realised. Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present? Or at least narration sounds like me. I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then... had I dropped it as we slid out? Yeah, hydrated, right. I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. It's almost like this was a terrible idea. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me, up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally I reached the bottom deck. I ran to the hallway and looked around frantically. There it is! It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom, we played this animation again. The door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. The Emperor Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace. Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back. His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist, and as every piece of media, but especially anime, ever has taught us, if you grab a woman's wrist, she is utterly powerless to do anything. Designated grab zone. I have questions.
I said come with me.
His teeth in this art. It looks like those foam teeth that you get. It looks like when you stick 2 sets of those and it looks horrifying. There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could. No, stop. Let go of me. Let go. I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. And when I was a child, I thought and spake and was captured by evil CEOs as a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit. Do as I tell you.
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed. Help me! Somebody help me! And suddenly, Akane! The door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake. Akane! He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo. He came back! I cried out. But then...
Ha! You're too late, idiot.
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. The cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9. Akane, are you okay? I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. Help me! My throat was already raw mood, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room. What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hongo? He went out the other door. Wait, did he? That was not clear from your own narration, Akane. What? Then it started again. I'm not reading the emergency thing again. I've read this so many times. Emergency incineration, 18 minutes, you know the drill. Oh, now we're back in Junpei vision. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Holy shit. And I knew what it was going to say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice. Hey! Don't be rude, Junpei. I knew it. It's starting. Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments? You aren't making any sense. I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise I'll tell you everything once we get out of it. But incineration will begin in 17 minutes. You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of an idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well... God damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me, Seven. Figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button. There isn't anything like that. How the hell do you know? Because I looked for it 9 years ago. Yeah, Lotus is not happy about that. I can't really blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. I'm so lost. What else can I say about it, but... What the hell is that? And we're in a Kane vision. What is that? What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. No, I didn't mean to scroll up the game. It looked like a computer? Can I see the flowchart? There's still 4 more scenes after this! I just don't know anymore. I don't know anything. I don't know how long we have left in the game. I don't know what is going on. I don't think we'll get it finished today. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. This is such a mindfuck. You're telling me? Got 2 more games of this? I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. And I wish that thing would just shut up. Incineration in 15 minutes. Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important, but what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Hey, move. Ah! We're all tense later. That doesn't mean you get to shove people around. Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. This is bad. This is really bad. There's nothing on here. How are we supposed to do anything with it? Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Oh, it did. Huh. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though? What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle. It's got a bunch of numbers. Oh, so it's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered around a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8. Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah, well, we can hope, right? Alright, puzzle, how do you work? And that goddamn voice again. Incineration in 13 minutes. Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? Heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I'm sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. The connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. And I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm assuming that's 7. It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. Oh no, it was Hunger. It was Hunger. How long have he been watching me? Aw, don't know what to do. He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears. You're a terrible person. I hate you.
Oh my, how could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair, I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see, I've even left you a way out.
Way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man. If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red? Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1 and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now, stop the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't. I don't know how.
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't.
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's going to be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it. 10 minutes. I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor. I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out. What was I gonna do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, knees weak, arms were heavy. No. And my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. And then I went into puzzle vision. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed. Help me, Jumpy. Help me. Help me. Help me. Jumpy. 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 Please. Help me. Jumpy. And then I broke the universe. Akane! Akane! Who the hell is Akane? Yeah, Lotus has nothing about what's going on, does she? Shut up. Just shut the hell up. Seven and Lotus don't understand. I don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me. And I think Snake may have figured it out. Of course he has his Daredevil. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd you go? Maybe over here? Akane. Akane, can you hear me? Akane, say something. Fuck. Something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit. Akane! Answer me! Akane! Jumpy! I spun around. Heard a voice. His voice. It was round. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there. Jumpy! I screamed as loud as I could. I didn't. Akane! Jumpy! Do we have to have the effect between every line? That's her, she's there! Then that means... Akane! Akane, are you in an incinerator right now? How many conversations have I started like that? I swear, if I had a dime. Yes, I am. How did you know? Couldn't believe that you knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant. Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister to save Akane. Can you get it now? 7 minutes, okay. Jumpy, we don't have time. As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator. Got it. And I do. I get everything now. At last I finally understand what all of this means. Please, Junpei, then, enlighten us with your amazing insight, and then forget what words mean, as you do. I know why the nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I mean, I go back to the chat saying this is such a mindfuck, I think is the phrase you're looking for, Junpei. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is... Zero is... Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what. Incineration will begin in 6 minutes. The voice reminded me of how much time I had left. That's what it does. Jumpy. Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright. Promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die, I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes. Okay? Okay. You'd still love to know how the ice mummy fits into this whole time loop paradox? You're not the only one. Okay. My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or no, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Oh God. Oh, the Straits. Alright, time to go to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Get out of my way. Hey, what are you? Just trust me, okay? Oh, sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologise later, alright? Now, let's have a look at this thing. Got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. Just have to try it. Think of what I did all those times before. I'm going to do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm going to solve this problem. Let's seek a way out, I guess. I mean... You're clearly just trying to spell password down here. Like, you could try and work it out by the fact that, yeah, every cell adds together to have a digital root of 9. But at the same time, you had half the letters of password. And I can do puzzles. This is the worst security ever. Oh. Well then. Let's try that again, just... Okay, cool, cool, very cool, very cool. Were we meant to be taking notice of which numbers we switched the letters with to do them in a different order? This is such terrible security, she says, completely failing to crack the security. Out of interest. I can't even look at the menu. So I can't even save. I can't save until this puzzle is done. Oh no. What does reset do? It just takes out anything I've typed in the field. I have 8 characters. What do I do with them? Oh no. Nope. Good password. I'm inputting a password now then. Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Okay, you just meant to fail a few times until this happens. Oh, no, no. You can't overtype the character box. Good to know. I don't know. Am I just going to spam this to get hints? The screen appeared after I solved the last puzzle. Yes, yes I am. Maybe the hint was in that one. But we can't go back to that one! Damn. I can't go back to the puzzle. The answer ended up being password. And after it was an extra space. The 9th square. Maybe that's the password? Hello, Fluffle Cats. You've come just as I am completely stymied by a puzzle. Because you only give me... I only have 8 things to... 8 spaces to... 8 characters to enter. Solved it by making the hint squares all 9, so the hidden number should be 9 as well. That means... What does it mean, Junpei? I tried typing password 9, didn't work. I tried typing 9 a bunch of times, didn't work. Is it just a 9? Oh my Christ! This game, it was just a 9. Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it? Just press the 9 button. Yes, I did. I solved it. I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did. Now I just have to press enter. What the hell are you waiting for? Push it. Okay, I will. I'm just checking. Are we... Yes, that was technically a very short escape sequence. Oh, we might actually be able to finish it. Depends how long these last couple of scenes are. We're running along today, folks. I hit the enter key. Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled. What was the cross-shaped thing? Cool, good to know that never came into play. Jumpy. Okay, hint for all you data security people. Maybe don't put the password as a single character that has been the theme of the entire building and also is written on a door you can see from that computer. It worked, it worked! The incinerator shut down, it worked! Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I'd had left disappeared, and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. I can't quite believe I did that. I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Is that the power of love, or just what it feels like to be morphically resonant through time is just it's bad for you? No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane. Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm going to have to hang up now, okay? Hang up the 9-year morphic resonance link. Oh, of course, that's fine. I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind. Now, well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you?
Okay. Shut it. Right. Okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait. Oh my god. When Zero built this, she didn't know the answer until she got the answer now. So does the answer that we got now, is it not that because she didn't know how to program it? If that's it, that'll be hilarious. Incineration will begin in 90 seconds. It's doesn't sound like it's stopping. What the shit? Why isn't it stopping? Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? Got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping? Incineration will begin in 60 seconds. Wait. Of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. And door 9. No. That's it! That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number. It's hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out, seek a door that... Holy shit. Of course. We just have to put the right number into the red and... Incineration will begin in 30 seconds. Run, guys! Get to... Run! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't have much time. And I sure hope they just trust me on this one, or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go! Quick, verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who? What combination? All of us, we all need to verify. Why? You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it! Hurry, 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 hurry! Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled. Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy, time to go. Hurry. We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, 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 go! Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't come down yet. You're not done. Still gotta find the dead. Oh, there it is. Again, try and create stakes? No. Oh my god, we still need to find this. We found it. I'm not sitting here panting as 5 different characters. We've been over this.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
And that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. The snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but... Akane? Akane, can you hear me? Akane? I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But... nothing. That's because you branched the timeline. She is no longer in your timeline. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother. Akane! Oi! I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms. Oi! Akane! I buried my face in his chest and cried again. Cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. Why is this game so concerned with body temperature? It mentions it a weird amount. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who would call 7 in 9 years and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open. Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again. Now he was right, it was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. The Spiraling Stairs to Freedom, very much my favourite political memoir. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Hi, 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
The door, the one with the 9 on it. Why did it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. That makes our digital root 8. It shouldn't have opened. It's not like he liked us. Thought you would have figured it out already. Huh? Why? Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah, what are the 2 numbers in base 2? 0 and 1? How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16? 0 to F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there, B, C, D, etc. You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it. What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16, all the way to base 27? Base 27? Yeah. Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
Oh, I see where this is going. K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah? And what comes after that? Q!
26.
What does that mean? There wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. Fucking lowercase q.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Let's put it another way. You could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27. No, you couldn't! No, you bloody couldn't! Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear any moment now I'm going to tear a muscle. Like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are going to burst. Oh, maybe just a short rest. No, I can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. Can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel, weird way of phrasing it. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Not panting. We've been over this. That's for the subscriber-only streams. Phew. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together, you're almost there. Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes. We're finally here. Please do. Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing between me and my freedom. Only pants? No. Banned. But even more than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You gonna open? You're gonna open now. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was ours. Gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. Wait, then how did... Anyway. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. It's over. Oh, he whispered. Yeah. It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes. Finally air! Ah! Damn, that sun is bright. Barely see anything. 6 AM! I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait. No way. You have got to be shitting me. What?
Can't be.
This is...
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
Ah! Jesus Christ! Okay, that's kind of an amazing twist. The mock experiment building. Oh my god. This whole time, we were in building Q. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. Guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. See what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip like in an ATM card. That's it. Why are you meddling with them? Presumably, if you give them the wrong impulses, they could still detonate the bomb in your intestines. Nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. What? How do you know that the chip would be enough to make a detonator happen? There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures. Akane. Jumpy. Huh. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. That's it. That's And the... Yeah. The whole mummy thing was just a complete red herring thing. I mean, clearly many things in this were a complete red herring. There's more after the credits. Oh, thank God for that. It had better be bloody good. I mean, yeah, we're stuck in a paradox, but then that's very much the whole thing of this, is that it wasn't... Because it wasn't that she survived to set it up. Yeah, because it's not a paradox, it's a stable loop, because she had to become zero to set it up, and she had to set it up to get the answer to become zero, so it's a stable internal curve. But at the same time... Are you okay? Ah, come on, it's nothing. Really? Yeah. You don't look okay. And yes, we also never got any closure about the fact that Akane blatantly killed a rabbit so that she could spend more time with Junpei. And that happened before the first experiment. Just before the end of elementary school. Junpei and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set. How does it look then? He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing. What does that even mean? Junpei grinned and ow, 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 ow. See, I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 8th graders, Junpei. That's crazy. How messed up would you have to be in order to create a whole time loop game recreating the traumatizing experiment you went through in order to save your own life? Fair. That does sound like the kind of thing a young girl who killed a rabbit would do. Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something. Look at the Nevada desert go past. Where did you get a car? For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Alright, I guess. Thanks, Zero. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. Clover is driving? Still can't believe we let her drive. Woohoo, this is so fun! This is so awesome. Driving is so great when there's nothing around and there's no speed limit. Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. Can't help it if I'm big, alright? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop, I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license. But yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat. Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we? Sure thing. Oh, shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't think a car like this could go this fast. Should have thrown up a lot of dust. It's a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. Wow. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Then he jumped on them. Quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could. Help me! Officer, please, you have to come with me. The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps. You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me? I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out. Yeah, I guess I could have. Then why didn't you? Didn't want to. Wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good. Is the implication here that the middle schoolers were the bunny murderers? That might be what they're implying. Don't believe it. Because of what they were doing to the kitty? Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester, remember? Oh, you mean the bunnies? Again, I don't believe it. This sounds like... Nah, too convenient. Yeah, the bunnies. He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind. They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. Then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. Oh. Damn it. Guess it's canon. Couldn't forgive him for that, so I... Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get. Ah, you and me both. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do. Like, Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gunther Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anyone? Any idea?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could. He's still in the trunk, I assume. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore. Hey, were you listening to us? Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth. Come on, I know you were. Answer me. You could at least look at me when you talk, man. I only want to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. That is the worst, flimsiest villain justification, and also, you're literally there saying, I only became a villain because of my disability, which no. No thank you. No. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others. That's it. Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you're looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. Wasn't. You see, the human collective consciousness didn't ask. Excellent. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on. Alright, so, what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you? Somebody's a little nosy. I mean, you started this conversation, Junpei. Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that? What's the deal with your frozen mummies?
Well, see, 9 years ago after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Godane and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. I mean, it makes sense that Alice would never have been there because they were never actually on the ship. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature? Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk. You gotta behave. What? Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Sopril. So you did the original nonary game before you invented the knockout drugs? That's kind of did. Clearly some effort was put in. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly. Shit, this is going to go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. I mean, that's been me for the last several episodes. Here, this is for you. What's this? This is a For You doll. His name is Junpei. Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in his palm. Jumpy, are you sure it's a For You doll? Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so. That means it's for you. Right? Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll? Moving on. What? That's... oh, man. Oh, man. Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right? No, it isn't. Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea, then. Are they saying that this is where the whole morphic resonance connection happened? Is... Jesus Christ. Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden. Well, you know how after June we aren't going to get to see each other too much? I mean, we're going to be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, you know, oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then? Okay. So I wanted to give you this? Sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie. What? What? Yeah? There's maybe a joke being made here in the Japanese, but also what? Nope. Nope. Moving straight along. Nope. I'm not reading this. I am not reading this. Give her the doll. Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy. But that was kind of racist. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face. It was just so racist. And fell onto June's tiny yarn body. This gift was lovely, but the racism was pervasive. Oh, Jumpy, I'll never forget you and how racist you just were. I promise. Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words. How many of them were racial slurs? I'll never forget you either. The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. Also, we melted the sky. That's probably bad. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. Still one thing I don't get. There's many things I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive. Yeah, exactly. Too much explanation for me to just suspend disbelief and not enough for it to actually make sense. Correct. She's still alive now. It's June. But how? Is it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Sure, let's go with that. Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. Wow. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven said he was sure he saw it. Again, why was there a body? It's an incinerator. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Sure, don't think too hard about it. Or, wait. Maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Logical is doing a lot of work there. Is what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't. Hey look! Over there, there's somebody next to the road. Huh?
What?
What? What? And you can quote me on this, the shit. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. There, look, this is what you get in chat for being like, oh, where's the ice mummy? Well, you won't like the answer. She's hitchhiking in the Nevada desert. Because it went above 96 degrees and she melted, I guess. Would not be long before Junpei realised who she was. End. End. That... Would you like to save the info you obtained? I mean, kinda not. I'd kind of like to unobtain a lot of that info, because it was bad info. Oh look, we got all the endings. Look, we went through that enormous extra piece of flow. Yeah, see, there's the pointy lock for the pointy key. Went through all that extra flowchart, and that's what we got. Ready for more games like this? Yes. Because despite my clear and incandescent rage at some of this, I enjoyed that because I enjoy anime trash. And if further games make it make more sense, excellent. And if they make it make less sense, I'm cool with that as well. And if they make it make the same amount of sense, I will continue to react like this. But yes, we are playing all 3 games in the trilogy. I said we would, and we bloody will. I have now run nearly an hour over. Yes, the fact that when they were just using the morphogenetic field thing to pull data across from other timelines, that was a neat touch. I like that. But there were many things in there I did not like. And you know this because I went on about it at the time. So I'm going to go and digest that for a bit, but first, maybe I should do something of a wrap-up. Anything when we leave the flowchart? Oh, a cinematic. Is this the same cinematic as usual? I think so. There was just too much. Exactly. That's really the thing here. Any one of these strands would by itself not be too bad. But there was so much. So much game. So much whatever. Also, there appears to be a nuke. What's going on? Oh, it's just started the game again. Right? Yes, this is just the start of the game again. No. Get me out of here. No. No, just fine, save. Nope, nope. Clicked out the window. Save, there. Yes, go back to the title screen. Okay. I'm going to leave it on the options screen while I talk, because otherwise it will go to another cinematic. So, that happened. It was enjoyable, question mark, and in many ways bad, but in many ways enjoyable. Anime trash, like I say, it's what I'm here for. But thank you all for bearing with me through whatever the hell has just happened over the last, 9 episodes? Wait a goddamn second. No, this is episode 8. If I cut this one short, we would have had 9 episodes and it would have been perfect. Well. So, yeah, thanks for bearing with me through 8 episodes of that. It's been a lot of fun in a peculiar and unexpected way. But, like I say, there's more of it to come. So, I'll do the wrap-up. Thanks, everyone, for bearing with me. Thanks if you stuck around to the end. Apologies for our tech problems earlier. I'm still not sure what's up with that. But if you've been watching this, you know where to find me. But just in case, this is twitch.tv/Saracent. That's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. You'll see it on the title card in a minute. If I actually remember to go to title card now, instead of just pressing stop stream like last time. I'm streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. And we are going to be continuing this series because, frankly, I've sunk too much time into it already to stop now. Yeah. If you want notifying when I go live because you don't want to miss a single second of this anime trash, throw us a follow, obviously. And also, if you miss any anime trash, you can find the VODs for 8 weeks after they've been on my Twitch. Or go to my YouTube, it's youtube.com/users/rf191999, or it's linked in my Twitch bio, where you can find VODs going all the way back to the start of my channel, also updating every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yes, so give that a subscribe and they will turn up in your feed 3 times a week. If you want to support something, if you want to help me pay Alice for gas because she needs a ride, I don't know, you can cheer or sub on the Twitch, but of course very much not required. Just turn up and be chill and have fun, or whatever this is that passes for fun. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, best place to look is on Twitter at Waruce, that's WARUCE, although I cannot in good conscience encourage looking at Twitter. And if you want to see any other projects, check out twitch.tv/TheBardsPlayhouse, that's TheBardsPlayhouse, every Saturday night at 6:30 PM Eastern, that is 11:30 British time because sleep. Where I'm in an ongoing Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Fall of London Chronicle. It's a lot of fun, we make some terrible decisions. I made some particularly bad decisions and bad dice rolls last time, so we may all be about to die, so Hey, get in there just before it ends. Get on that train before it derails. Wait, no, that's not good advice at all. Cool. Before I give you any more incredibly bad advice, I am going to sign off. This has been a whole ass thing. I'm going to go and process. Love you all. Goodbye.